Morning, Derek. Just gonna make sure. Yes, right. Yes. Good. Okay, go for it now, Craig.
What's up, Derek Elbert?
I said hey to him earlier.
Hey, Derek.
He didn't respond.
Sorry, I got kids.
Make sure we have anybody else. We'll get going. We have some fun stuff today. I know. I'm really excited.
How's it been good?
We've got some fun stuff coming in October. Is that it? Okay. Oh, wait. Kudos for being engaged mid-September. It's here. Huh?
Business planning for 2026.
I know. We have a business planning clinic in October.
They changed the date of that.
We did, yeah, we changed it. So,
Peter's coming in.
huh?
Peter's coming in.
Yeah, he'll be here on the 20th. So, yeah, we've got some really good, we have some really good stuff planned, so, okay. Ally, should we wait for anybody else?
I think Brian and Rob
Are they
are
coming?
coming. I just got done with the meeting.
Huh? We can wait, Derek. We're gonna wait a couple minutes.
We went off, right?
I did, thank you. No. He's not talking to us, so.
You follow.
There they are.
Good afternoon.
Good. You guys grab some pizza. It's breakfast pizza. I still haven't, I don't know what a carb is. Like literally, I have an idea.
Unfortunately, I know it.
I just tell people I don't know what that is.
Just eat whatever you want to exercise.
Eat lots of protein. Okay, well, we're gonna get started, so I wanna make sure we honor your time, and we do have lots of good stuff to go through. Maybe. If I can get my clicker to work. Okay, so we're just gonna start today with our purpose statement, which Hillary has rolled this out maybe about 2 years ago, and the purpose statement is where entrepreneurs thrive. So we'd just love to hear from you guys. What is entrepreneurship? Hey, Chris.
Morning.
Morning.
I just read yesterday that it's where the majority of wealthy people are worth what they do. They're entrepreneurs.
The majority of wealthy people are entrepreneurs.
Then it's real estate.
And then real estate.
And it's real estate is the second.
Well,
it was like an Instagram reel, how accurate or real it was, I don't know, but.
It's on social media. It must be real.
Right.
What is the different, how would you guys define an entrepreneur?
Self-motivated, doesn't need a boss to
Self-motivated? Yeah,
have to be a little bit nuts.
I would agree with that.
High
What's
risk.
crazy?
They have high risk tolerance.
Tolerance for high risk. So basically, we're in business with a bunch of crazy people. Yeah. So then if we take that a step further, what does it look like for that type of person to thrive? And maybe we just talk about in our world.
Let's need an area that supports initiatives, supports new ideas, and supports, starting businesses. Right? And supports, the struggles of also starting businesses, because 90% of new businesses fail in the first year. So you got
So embracing failure.
So embracing the failure, but also supporting the gaps that, too many entrepreneurs have great ideas, but they don't have the systems. They don't have what it takes to see it through to the other side. Right?
Yeah.
They're visionaries, they're not implementers, integrators.
And that's from rocket fuel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're a place where people with high risk tolerance that start ideas, have want to build things, can thrive. Is I love that definition. So just a safe place to fail, and also be in an environment of people that are going to cheer you on when you do, and be able to help you fill any gaps that are going to show up, right? Because part of being an entrepreneur is you jump in with both feet, and sometimes it works, and sometimes we have to pivot.
I always remember like Craig Shivering, why he came here from Sugar Power was because they didn't support the idea of a team. And Craig wanted to build a team. And, this was obviously one of the things that catapulted Keller Williams to the top, the idea of team creation. Right? So that's a big deal. Because entrepreneurs want to build things that also involve other people. It's not just for themselves, but they want to bring, these ideas to lots of other people.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me so much clarity when I learned my first experience was about being a team. And when I also learned that a single agent can do 36 transactions well, but beyond that, you're just smothered, covered up, and you can't do it all. You're stressed out. And anyways, it's just like, but I knew there was a way to do more than 36 transactions because I was doing 55 by myself. But I was stressed out, leads were falling through the cracks, and customer service was the greatest. The three things that start happening when you start doing more than 36 transactions. So what Keller Williams taught me was, this is, you can run this like a business, you just gotta have the structure to follow.
Yeah. I should have put the video up. Do you guys remember the video they created when they came out with the purpose statement? I'll put it on our Facebook page, but it essentially is like they talk about the dreamers and the doers and like the highs and the lows and all the things we go through. So I just thought it'd be cool to talk about this because that is the really amazing thing about our culture is you can come in and build whatever you want to build. Like we see Rob's team create this niche around wealth and a model that they can integrate. We see Brian Casely do commercial at a really high level. We see people focus on lots of niches and just know you can do that and you can be supported in whatever that looks like. So pretty cool little part of who we are. Let's do some bucket fills. You guys can fill your own bucket. You can share a win. You can fill somebody else's bucket or share gratitude. We have a bucket fill.
Yeah, it's Bill Keegan's bucket and just invest in some things and some lead sources. And that was always my weakness of just getting to them. And I just throw him to Kingman and he's on it. He's following up with them and converting them and, so just, and it's fun working with him as well.
Yeah, I can't remember what percentage, but you're up dramatically. So it's showing up on that end too.
And busy.
Yeah.
Great. Sure.
Okay. Who else has a bucket fill?
Momentum's bucket downstairs because, the county screwed up. My son bought a house a year and a half ago at the age of 21. And the county is exemptions, disappeared. Right? So his taxes were gonna go up to where he could afford the house essentially, right? Momentum, like Friday night at like 5:30, there was one person less in the office and they immediately jumped on it. By yesterday at 10 a.m. They already got the county agreed to correct it.
That's
And
awesome.
to go back retroactively and fix the problem. And, it's difference of about $2,000. Wow. So not a small thing for somebody with, a newborn and a little away.
Yeah, and Amy isn't here. She's in Lexington today, but she had a similar situation. I'll share her deal, and they helped her with last week, I think. But she had a transaction where like the lien wasn't recorded, the lien payoff.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh my gosh, this is supposed to close tomorrow," and they never recorded the lien from like 2 or 3. I think it was her personal house. There was like an old lien, so I know that they do a great job of jumping on that stuff. Anybody else? Want to fill a bucket?
I can't think of anything off my.
There's nothing you're grateful for, Brian, Casey?
It's different for what happens in an hour.
Still kicking?
Yeah, we're refinancing our self-storage units today, and here a few minutes, but hey, that's a good thing.
That's awesome.
Booster Hills credit union. We highly recommend, I mean, they're not necessarily right in this area, but man, they're helping us out with the facility in Salem when nobody else wants to touch it. And they've actually been really easy to work with.
They're out of Bedford, but they are absolutely, they're doing business here, and they're just doing a tremendously great job.
We should
Yeah,
do something.
I will fill a couple of y'all's bucket. I'm gonna fill yours for wine night, whatever night we had, happy hour. You gave me some wine. That was a good day. And, it was good wine.
I'm
So,
gonna say some nice stocks coming there.
yeah. And then I want to fill Allie's bucket because she has just, run a little bit with me in the last couple of weeks and done a lot of, have you guys noticed some things we've done around the market center? Yeah, so we've been hustling and she's learning new things and there's a lot of things we've been working on. So I appreciate all that.
And here about 3 days outside, it looked pristine with all new landscaping and,
Oh, I saw them out there.
So it should look nice. Ripping up some bushes and planting some new stuff, getting nice rock put down and be
That's
nice.
awesome. Good. We've got more things in the works and Brian's son has been helping us with electrical, so lots of good things happening. That being said, I wanted to share with you guys, do you guys all remember Scott Leroy marketing? So when KW changed the onboarding process, a lot of market centers put Scott Leroy on pause, and we had a call with them this month and have decided to bring them back. And they are doing some really incredible things for you, for the agents, to kind of offset some of the stuff they used to do. So I wanted to share with you guys. This is up. We've already set up the market center, so you can just go to scottleroymarketing.com. And then your login or your office number is 858. You immediately have access to this, but I wanted to show you from an agent brain some of the things that I think are going to be really attractive. And we're very, very excited. So this is just a fun one. I was hoping, who is the AI queen? It's Buffy. I didn't know who it was Jenna. So I was hoping Buffy would be here. They add to this every single month. But they have over 100 prompts for AI that you can use in your business to drive either business planning or business growth. And that is there under the agent resources. So that's just a fun little AI thing.
So it's scottleroy.com and then MC858.
I think it's scottleroymarketing.com.
Okay.
And then when you go to log in, you're going to put in 858 and it'll open up all these resources.
Are they still doing?
They are doing onboarding, yep. And they've added so much stuff to that. So one of the things they have always had and is available is you guys can go in there and they have all the free templates for marketing and branding. So that's cool. And I think they add, I think he said they add 50 to 100 a month to that. So you can go in, they have all the luxury and modern and different styles. When you click on the button, it adds that template package into your Canva Pro account in Command. Make sense? So then you can just go in and modify. So that's kind of cool. But even better, what I was super happy to see is they will actually do free agent marketing concierge now. So you can go in and submit a marketing request for just listed, coming soon, open houses, and they will create the marketing for you. And they will post it on your social page if you want them to. So they're either gonna create it and give you the deliverable, or they'll actually post it. So you guys have like free administrative marketing creation.
What's the turnaround time?
I think he said, were you on that call? You weren't on the call. I think it's within 24 hours. It's pretty quick. Yeah. And they do flyers, they do postcard mailers. They'll do, if you guys are gonna do postcards out into the market, they'll create those for you. And you basically, when you go to this, we'll send the slides out, but when you go to order it, it's gonna have you put in the information and then they create it and you approve it. The other thing is they will also do a monthly newsletter. So they'll create and build a newsletter that you can send out to your database. They'll set it to send, or they'll create it for you and you can set it to send. So that's cool, right? You guys are not as excited as I am about
Oh,
that.
I am using it.
I'm-
I'm gonna steal all this.
I am very excited about that.
that's.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They also do, tons of stuff, but they do like QR code creation, they do blogging. If you want them to write blogs for you, they'll write your blogs. This I love, they're doing, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, live tech support. So if you get stuck with Command or DocuSign or something with your email, you can just message them in their chat and they have live on-demand tech support. And then all of the website modifications. So see, everything on the left is additional modifications to your KW website. They'll do it for you. So if you want to add like your open house sign-in sheet, or you want to get your reviews on your website, or you want to set up Google Analytics, they also do some SEO, like driving traffic to the site through your settings, which is like way above my pay grade. So that would be a really great thing you could leverage for them. And then we're going to go back to the training. So you guys will have access to, I think it's about 20 classes a month that they'll do virtually. And then we have those in recordings. And then all the other stuff, like they do email signatures, they do all the onboarding. They'll go in and audit all of your accounts and make sure that you're set up properly. So pretty much anything you need, they'll do for us.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good, right? I'm very excited. So Scott Leroy anybody have questions on this? You guys excited? Yeah, we are too. Very fun. Okay, so I wanted to go through just quickly with you guys today. How many of you guys were at CEO Summit last fall? I think this is Mega Camp 24. Do you remember this talk? So if anything comes to mind, please share it. This was a talk that Gary Keller gave, and it's basically just called Tough Times Don't Last, Tough People Do. And I want to just talk through a little bit with resilience and the idea of being anti-fragile. And there's actually a book called Anti-Fragile that you can buy, and it kind of walks through how to build up that resilience around these things. So what Gary said is tough people don't just survive, they actually thrive. So what that looks like, so let's talk about it. What is tough and how do you become it? What do you guys think? Yeah.
I put the worst one, so obviously you get thrown off, you get back on. That's just what you do. I literally got thrown at the world championships, so it's a shame.
That's a really great because I've been talking about getting back on the bicycle, but like getting thrown off of a horse and then having the courage to just get back on and be resilient. Love that example. I think that's a perfect example of toughness. How do we become that? And like, why might it be important? Why would we maybe want to have anti-fragility or resilient?
And the goal, the new onward goal, which is part of this came out of Gary's development of onward goal, right? He talks about the Soviet, then talks about exposure therapy, the different things that we can do. Exposure therapy was what I took away from this conversation, exposing ourselves to really hard things repeatedly, strategically. Hopefully in a controlled environment, but it all starts with mindset too, about what it means to do really hard things and what it means to fail. And being okay with failure. I mean, I have this conversation a lot with coaching clients, is they still struggle with this idea of failure being a good thing. Okay? And Keller Williams does a great job of teaching us that failure is good because it gives us the ability to be tough, to become tough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like getting comfortable with failure because it's actually the pathway to growth. I think about like from a coaching perspective, we sometimes see agents hire like an administrative assistant. What do you guys think? Do you think the first administrative hire you ever make is going to be a good hire? Or
That's Brian.
Okay, so here's our example. We typically don't nail anything the first time we do it. right? And yeah,
The second or the third.
it's okay. Cause like, here's the thing, how long does it take to master a skill?
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours. Anybody in here spent 10,000 hours hiring people? Are any of the people ever the same, by the way? No, so we can just expect on the journey to hiring a great assistant. I gave you 2 names today for great assistant on the journey to hiring. That wasn't by chance, I guess. Yeah, so it's just embracing failure and understanding that it's part of the journey. So, I think I'm gonna pronounce this right. Taleb believes the existence of anti-fragility. So this came out of the book Anti-Fragile. Behind everything that has changed with time, evolution, culture, ideas, revolutions, political systems, technological innovation, cultural and economic success, corporate survival, good recipes, the rise of cities, cultures, legal systems, equatorial forests, bacterial resistance, even our own existence as a species on this planet. When we say tough, we want you to think of anti-fragile. You're not just strong, you're strong, and stress is making you stronger, to Rob's point. So strategic stress allows you to grow your resilience. Why would we maybe want to be tough? Because life isn't fair.
We're gonna hear no every day,
You're gonna hear no every day.
and if you're not tough, you're not gonna be able to pick up that phone tomorrow. You're not gonna be able to write your next contract. You're not gonna be able to do your business. You can't get used to the word no. And a lot of people are soft and they can't.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a slide I took out where Gary said, I guess in the market that year, there was 7.1 million sales. And he said, how are you going to feel when there's 4.1 million? And you're kind of fighting for almost half of the production, right? So, yeah, I mean, you guys hear no? Yeah, so your ability to hear no and then just make the next call and not take it personal is a piece of this. So, okay, tough times are guaranteed. If you live long enough, anything that can happen probably will happen. This is a great statistic. With 8 billion people on the planet, a 1 in a million occurrence literally happens to 8,000 people every single day.
Oh, wow.
How about that stat? A 1 in a million occurrence happens to 8,000 people every day. So when we have a hard time and we go, gosh, it's like, I have the worst luck in the world, you and 8,000 other people did today.
Speaking of that, I won the lottery on your ticket,
Hey,
$5.
there you go.
One in a million.
Good stuff. So when we talk about your career, in a career of 50 years, you'll most likely go through at least 5 booms and 5 busts. So you want to approach your life and business in a way that you can thrive, whether that's mentally or physically or whatever else, through the good times and the bad. So that's a good reason that you want to build this resilience. So this is a graph they shared, which I think is really fitting, right? So we're running along, we have an event. In that event, you have the choice to, you're gonna probably have a dip in whatever you're doing. You have a choice right there to decide like how your toughness shows up. And we can let that define everything we do moving forward, or we can let that define everything we're doing moving forward, right?
Let me ask you a question, and this is directed toward Rob.
So it's a question for us.
For Rob, you, before you got into this business, you was a manager for Burger King. District manager, employing
Right.
250 people plus, give or take. That job, as hard as it was, is self-employment, entrepreneurship type situation. Is it tougher, easier, or just different?
Easier.
It
It's
was,
easier and different.
it's what,
Easier and different.
Easier and different.
and why do you say it's easier? Because your
Because
response.
it's easier for me mentally because I have more control over my success.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
You don't have somebody else telling you how to do it. It's up to you to do it.
Well, it's up to me to do it, but more of what I do matters to the outcome than when I'm running 8 restaurants and I can't be in any place once. And I can't be working, I wasn't working 16 hours a day when we were open. So there was things that happened all day long in those facilities that I had zero to do.
Or as much control as you do now in what you're doing now.
So I spent a lot of time cleaning up messes then, solving problems. That would, I could solve one problem, the exact same problem was happening in another location. Here, I can solve problems, but I can create systems of my own doing or my team's own doing to then prevent future problems when it matters. Right? Because you also you choose more of who you surround yourself with than you do in the restaurant business. It's just a different piece.
What I'm looking for.
Yeah, I love that because basically you guys are all entrepreneurs. So you have choice. And regardless of what's happening in the market, around you, anything else, you can make good decisions that impact your business every day. Yeah.
Or you can make terrible decisions and you're responsible for those.
That's right. You can also make terrible decisions and that impacts your business every day. Yeah. So I like that. You have a little more control on not only the outcome, what action you take, but your mindset around what's happening around you. Yeah. Okay, so what is tough? And then we're going to get into a couple of examples of where we can add stressors in our life if we want to grow, right? So toughness training modules say that toughness can be thought it's 4 qualities. We have flexibility. So you guys might let's do a middle ranking on it. Okay. So flexibility. How much can I withstand without breaking? So I want you guys to just mentally kind of grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How much can I withstand without breaking? Number 2 is responsiveness. How quickly I can change when change is needed. So rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 there. 10 would be highest. The third one is strength. How much energy I have to do something. So rank yourself there, kind of mentally. And then resiliency. So this is like getting back on the horse. How quickly I can do it again. How resilient are you? So, Gary said toughness is the answer, right? The ability to be flexible, be responsive, have strength, like have the energy and the passion to get back in there, and then resiliency to get back and do it again. So, live question, how many of you guys just love change? Nobody? Yeah, none of us really enjoy most people. I've met a couple of people in career visioning that are like, I love change. Like, that's frightening to me. But for most people, the opposite of these things are how we live. And so every time there's a disruption, we are thrown into turmoil. So our ability to stay steady in these areas is super helpful and resilient. Anybody want to share, just as you did the mental grading, anything you observed in yourself? Or we could all just observe it in Rob. What did you guys, going through that, anybody have a thought?
I'm better at 1 and 2 than 3 and 4 right now.
Flexibility and responsiveness. And then strength is kind of like getting back on and
I want to do it again are definitely lower right now than being able to be flexible or change quickly.
I'm tired of you.
I would say if you ever spent any time in hospitality, that's easy.
all that. Yeah. It's always chaos. Yeah.
Every day.
Burger King.
Burger King, the casino, Christina.
And responsible to be able to change quickly because every person you interact with is different. So I think you have I don't get stressed out by stressful people. I just switch how I deal with them because you just learn how to deal with a multiple amount of personalities in the service industry or in casino, but it's switching. It's just switching gears. Now I'm with Buffy on the strength part, the energy part, but yeah.
I mean, resilience, you have to be able to do it again when your next customer walks through the door, the next table sits down. Strength, you have to come every day with.
Like lose a deal and then turn around 5 minutes later and walk in with a client and be totally fine.
Someone cold calling, someone's cussing you out, they hang up on you, you have to be able to push that button again and call again. Can't let the shit bother you, you just gotta keep going.
It's good. So anybody else want to share on that one? No? So what Gary proposed, or what they talked about, is training is the best way to build this. So if you have an area that you kind of gauged yourself a little bit lower, the next 2 slides are going to talk about physical toughness, because that's actually like the model we follow. Like that's something we can practice and see our muscles grow. So we want a model of kind of that similar activity in every area of our life. So anybody work out regularly? A couple of you guys?
Ryan.
Yeah. There you go. So maintaining the current level of stress on a muscle will not cause the strength to increase, right? You gain strength when you stretch your muscles beyond what their normal stress limits are. And that's called the overload principle. And then number 2 is overstressing must be avoided. So if you overstress a muscle, you can actually lose strength. So there's a balance between stressing it in a healthy way and like snapping it, right? So the old adage, no pain, no gain, is actually inaccurate, because your body can actually tell you how far it can go. You gotta like have some awareness around that. And then number 3 is use it or lose it. So it does apply, because you want to have regular doses of this to continue to strengthen your muscles and your resilience. So I wanted to share with you, back to what I said, Gary just shared that the things we do to gain physical strength, we can actually apply in every area of our life. And we're going to kind of go through, there's 7 areas that he recommended that you kind of test yourself for toughness and then work on kind of an active stressor to build resilience there. Rob, anything you want to add that I've missed this far? Okay, cool. So the stressors, if you want to build physical resilience, would be like HIIT cardio and weight training. And the recovery, so I think it's interesting when Gary talked about stressing yourself with intentionality, you also have to have recovery, or you could break it, right? So the recovery for building physical resilience is sleep, eating for nutrition, stretching, and soft tissue work, and then having planned time off, like taking a break. If you exercise 365 days a year, it could be damaging. You gotta let your muscles rest a little bit. The next one is mental. So if you want to build mental resilience, the stress could be reading for growth. So like discipline around your reading. It could be playing problem-solving games, learning a new language, or practicing music, art, or a new skill. So that's like, I don't know, what do you guys think? As adults, do we go out and like learn it? Like, would anybody in here be willing to learn an instrument? Anybody learning an instrument right now? You are? I would say it's probably more challenging as an adult than as a kid, right? Because your brain has to like get into active learning mode, right? And so the recovery is sleep, read for pleasure, meditation, yoga, and creative outlet. So that's how we kind of let our brain relax. Anybody else have other things you do to let your brain relax?
Drink wine.
Yeah, drink wine. Yeah.
Try to.
Oh, maybe not that. You drive? Like just get behind, like windshield time. Love that, yeah. Yeah.
Fine, stay fine.
Right, do that.
I'm gonna have Ally.
Have to bail his ass out for the,
Okay. All right, next one is emotional. So building emotional resilience. The stressor is practicing care and empathy, practicing transparency or authenticity and vulnerability. And then your recovery is have a place that you can express kind of how you feel, nurture relationships, practice gratitude, meditation, and interestingly, adopt a
That one's for you, Rob. You need some more dogs in your life.
adopt a pet. So, anybody else have thoughts on ways we can develop and build emotional resiliency and even just maybe get rest in our emotions?
I think journaling helps.
Journaling, yeah. It's kind of like,
Well, I'm drinking wine, okay?
is wine the answer for every one of these?
No.
Yeah. The next one is spiritual. So, stressor is actually one of the stressors to grow yourself spiritually is showing love, giving your time, and giving your money. And the recovery is prayer and meditation, accepting love, and accepting or gifts. How many of you guys love to give gifts? How many of you guys like feel weird receiving? Yeah, it's interesting, right? For most people. So it may be opposite for you, by the way. You may find that you're giving more and well, I guess receiving could be the stressor for some. It could be the receiving of it is where we stretch. Yeah. And then financially, so the stressor is pushing yourself to earn the most money that you can, living beneath your means, and then becoming an investor. Why would those three maybe show up as a stressor on money?
well, it's easy to spend all your money, so living beneath your means is an actual stress.
Like self-discipline, yeah. You guys see risk on here? Yeah. And then the recovery is having ample reserves. So that can give you some, reprieve, I guess. Building and following a wealth plan, paying down debt can be a recovery to a stressor in financial, and then saving for and paying your taxes on time. So, anybody want to add to that one? Are these helpful? No? Yeah? You guys want to grow resilient? A little bit? Nobody's like, yes, stress me out, but yeah.
Love paying taxes.
Yeah, love paying taxes. The relationships one is next. So the stress in your relationships area would be being willing to play all in, can be stressful, or cause stress, listening, and then practicing selflessness. And then the recovery on this one is conversations and quiet, intimacy and touch, journaling, and counseling. So, and then in your business, the stress could be casting a bigger vision, right? Or jumping out into a bigger plan. It could be stretching yourself into an unknown. Being accountable could be a stressor, right? And then succeeding through others, letting go of control of everything and letting other people run the play. And then recovery is time blocking work and play. So you have time off to do both or time for both. Practicing your 80-20 principle, taking regular breaks, calendar time is actually recovery, and then finding your people. Anybody want to add to that one? You guys see this one showing up in your business anywhere? Or do you have opportunity to create more stress?
Yeah, broken computers and finding people.
We're going to get you a new computer and set it up. That's my goal for the next 7 days. Yeah. And a friend.
You don't just bring bottle wine.
We have a whole. So. Yeah, where do you guys see opportunity in this one? We have opportunity. I'm sure we all have opportunity in all of them. But because we're all business owners in this room, does anybody have a plan in the next 12 months? You know, we have business planning in a few weeks. Do you have a plan to stretch yourself so that you can grow from a business perspective?
Yes.
You do?
Getting my Kentucky license, so I'll expand my business and stress.
Yeah. Whole other market that you're diving into. Yeah. New people, new clients, new contracts, all the things. But the cool thing about that, David, is you don't have that whole opportunity. You don't consciously choose to stretch.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody else on this one? Are you all just internal or is this helpful?
Just help.
Internal.
Internal? Yeah, that's okay. All right, so that's the end of I just wanted to share with you the portion of tough times. How often do tough times come?
Every day.
Every day. Yeah, there's probably an area of those 7 areas in your life that you're feeling stressed. Would you guys agree? So, and it probably isn't going to stop, right? There's always going to be things we're working on. So if we'll share these slides, Ali's going to get an email out, but if there may be an action step for you there somewhere. And
I think there's one thing that I would want people to walk away with is the idea that stress is not a negative word. But in general, people think stress is a negative thing, right?
yeah,
Stress is necessary for growth. Stress is necessary to become tougher. A life by design is not an easy life. It's a tough life, but it's a life worth living.
yeah. Yeah, Gary talked quite a bit about that, and I didn't touch on that, but you're right. Like, we can absolutely coast through life, but here's the thing, like, you get to pick your heart. You get to choose your heart. So not having money is hard, right? Stretching yourself to make as much money as you can is hard. But every hard has a consequence. And so, you know, I love that you said that, like, a life worth living is probably not going to be an easy path. And you're not going to stumble into that life. And here's the other piece, not to get too deep, but like, what are the ripples of our ability to stress ourselves and grow? Like, how many other people, whether it's your current life, the people in your world, or it's the legacy you choose to leave, are going to be attached to your ability to be comfortable getting into these stressful situations. There's a lot of reference. Yeah. So I started with where entrepreneurs thrive, and we got into that because I wanted to make sure this is kind of a heavy topic, but you guys can know that we're going to celebrate failure with you, and we're going to celebrate trying things. And I've learned enough from Gary to know that the most successful people have failed, and our ability to get around them and encourage them and have a good group of people around you encouraging you is pretty critical. So it's a safe place to fail. That's your pep talk for today. Get in there and fail. And find great people that'll cheer you on and support you when things don't go exactly as planned. Okay, cool. All right. Is Andy, you want to talk about this?
Sure. We've had, in the last couple of months, a lot of struggles with, getting through inspections. So, just kind of, actually, my coach shared it with me, and I thought it'd be a good thing to share to others. So we're just gonna go over that tomorrow, and just, strategies to go get in through, home inspections. Because we've had a lot of fallouts. The first opportunity a buyer can walk away through home inspections, and with the contract is during the home inspection.
You touched on this also last week a little bit, was the new seller's disclosure.
Yeah.
Is that uploaded in,
It
Command and DocuSign?
It should be,
Okay. It's in
on there,
DocuSign.
yeah. What's in DocuSign?
It showed up in Dropbox. We don't need. So
Yeah, so,
And it's on-
and on that note, the seller's disclosure, they're prepping that to the changes with the appraisal. So on the seller's disclosure, which, I like it personally, just because what's the first question a buyer asks? How's the furnace? How's the hot water heater? How is this? And so in the new seller's disclosure, it has all those details in there. But the purpose of that change is to follow up with some changes that are gonna happen with the appraisal.
That was cool, seller's disclosure. Kentucky's is amazing. It's so detailed.
Yeah,
Cost of the seller, costs and think through the
Right.
spectrum. Finally, that was much needed.
yeah, for sure. So, and then we do have contracts and forms set up. Usually, we just changed it because it was the first, week of the month, and I think we're taking it to the second Tuesday of the month, at 10 a.m. So right before this meeting. So we will get that going. And of course, I think usually at the end of November, 1st of December, I'll start getting some notifications of what change forms will change for 2026. So that's usually, and I usually try to hit 2 or in January and 2 in February. So to make sure that we go over those contracts, that do change in 2026. So year end is approaching.
Are you guys seeing an increase of fallouts over inspections?
We have all summer long. It was just a lot of buyers are being so particular, even though they notice a lot of things when they make the offer, but that's, again, the first 10 days during the inspection is that first opportunity a buyer can get out of a contract. And, it's a conversation you gotta have with your seller. How far do you wanna go? So there's a lot of things that sellers have a right to request if the buyer walks away during the inspections, that they can get their earnest money, but it could go to legal aspects of how far does that seller want to push to fight for that earnest money. So, but anyway, we'll put some stuff tomorrow.
Because while it's going through that fight, that listing's off market.
No, it's not. So that's something, so if I get a home inspection, they submitted me a mutual release. Me as a seller, I as a seller, me, whatever. So we can immediately put that back on the market, but you do have to make it noted that any offer, so like I got an offer, I'm still battling, we're going back and forth. We haven't settled on the mutual release as in who gets the earnest money, but it has been declared that they are seeking a mutual release. You as a listing agent can put it back on the market. The next day, if you happen to get an offer, you would have to say, I need that as a backup offer until I get this mutual release figured out, or if the contract expires. So, but usually within 10 days, you're still about, 2 more weeks before the contract expires, but if you're going back and forth and that earnest money dispute is tangling, you can still, just that offer, if another offer comes in, it would have to be a backup offer until that contract expires or they settle on the earnest.
And where I was leading into that, has anybody actually had any success with that? And that,
With
as a backup offer, or that other, or the next buyer says, nah, I'm going on down the road, I'm not gonna worry about it. Is it?
What, as in giving the earnest money to the seller?
No, my question is you've got that locked up as a second or a backup. How many times has anybody successfully got that to happen?
Right, most cases, the seller's like, let's just move on and get to this next buyer, because then that makes the seller a little bit more agreeable to like, just let them go, because I already have I think that's what's important, is to get that listing back on the market right away, because again, it does make the seller just, and again, it's not the right thing, that's what I'm saying, you've got to have that conversation with your seller, how far do they want to push it? But when you have another buyer there on the sidelines, it's a lot easier conversation, they're ready just to move on. So.
Come to class.
Yeah.
Yep. Come hang out in class. You'll get all the good tips and tricks. Couple of other things we just wanted to share. We did move the business planning clinic so we could get to the investing event. So this will be Monday, October 20th. We're going to host this in Louisville just because they have an event. Oh, actually, no, we're hosting this one here. They're coming over here. So we're hosting it here in this room. Peter will be here in person. It's not on Zoom. And so that is Monday, the 20th from 9 to 12. We're going to do a lunch that day. And then at 1 o'clock, we're inviting everybody to go tour the new Louisville location, which is down in the Clifton area. because we're really working on getting everybody connected and getting all the agents doing things together. So we're gonna do they're not in the building. It's not closed yet. We're just gonna go do a walkthrough of the space for anybody that wants to go over and see that. That'll be that day. And then October 16th, we do this every year. It's a top 20% event at Keeneland. And you guys are encouraged to bring a guest, but they'll give you a ticket and a drink ticket, and they do tailgating out on the field. And so people from all 4 of our offices will come in and just hang out, get to know each other, and then spend a day at Keeneland. And it's free. So if you guys want to attend, just make sure you RSVP for that. That'll be, I think that's a Thursday, right? So that's just a get out of town Thursday day. And then, Rob, do you guys want to talk about your event on the 23rd?
Rob likes to wrangle. Go ahead, Rob.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, so this is the follow-up to our flip class that we did in April. So this one's gonna be on commercial, there's a panel on commercial investing, then a panel on short-term, mid-term, long-term residential investing, and then in the afternoon, we're gonna do AI and investing. So it'll be a good day, lunch is provided by Foundation Home Loans, and Lori will be talking about the new changes with cash offers for investors. There's a lot of changes with that going on as well, so that's all that day, so make sure you keep it on your calendar and then Brian.
50 people there last time, we expect the same level of crowd this time, so sign up, don't miss out. This is a really good opportunity.
Okay. You guys are doing those quarterly, so
The goal is quarterly.
don't miss your quarterly investing event. Yeah, good. Okay, this is coming in November. So Emily Baker, we had her on a call last month. Her and Aaron do a max group coaching program. It's actually 2 programs. Take more listings now and convert sellers to closings. This will start the first week of November. So we'll do 3 weeks in November, 3 weeks in December. It's an hour on Wednesdays and it's an hour on Thursdays. And the Market Center is purchasing this. So this is completely free to you. It's about an $800 value. Yep. Huh?
That's nice.
I know. And every single person will have their own access to the group coaching platform through Max. This is a Max program. And so if you can't watch the live classes, you can go back and watch them on your own time. Pretty cool. And they're teaching.
Both of them?
What do you mean?
We do both of them?
Both of them. So you'll be a Wednesday hour and a Thursday hour if you watch them live. And we went ahead and enrolled our productivity coaches in this, and they are loving it. So it's like incredible content. We're thinking about doing a listing contest around this. What do you guys think? If we did a contest and like gave away a family reunion ticket, would you guys participate? That'd be good, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think we're gonna do. So that starts November 5th, and then it'll end in December. And it's gonna be a great course. Anybody taken this yet, this course? So
You recommend doing both?
yeah, it's together. We
Okay.
do both. Yeah.
Do both.
Yeah, so one of them, they're gonna focus you on listing lead generation. So you can see there, like, they're gonna teach you how to be the economist of choice. They're gonna help you get seller lead generation going, so you can start getting listing opportunities. And then referrals, mastering prospecting. They're gonna teach you guys remember when in Bold we used to teach for sell by owners and expired? They teach for sell by owners and expired. So they're gonna teach you how to go out and get FSBOs and expired listings. And then the other one, Craig, is like what we're seeing happening in the market right now is we have inventory. It's just some of it. So the second day is about now that you have a listing, how do you get it to closing? How do you get it priced right? The consultation, objections, and then promoting it so that it sells. The whole thing is listing.
So this be where we do it from our computer?
You do it from your computer.
Okay.
So they have a Zoom call for an hour on Wednesdays, hour on Thursdays. If you can't make it to the call, you'll go back back and watch the recordings.
How do we register?
They're going to probably register the whole roster, and we're just waiting on Emily to get us all that. So we'll get all that out, and then you guys will have literally like a login and password, as I understand, to that platform. Cool? I'm excited about it.
Yeah, love that.
Um,
I've taken some stuff with Aaron. He's really
he's
amazing.
like top notch.
I mean, he was Monica Reynolds' main guy.
Yeah, Aaron was Monica's guy, and Emily partnered with Jen Davis. Do you guys remember Jen Davis? Emily took 270 listings in a year as Jen's partner. So like you're gonna get all the things. It's crazy. Good stuff. Yeah, so don't miss that. That truly is like an investment to give you guys a great training. And we kind of did that in lieu of Bold. So Bold, we're gonna postpone into probably April and launch with the other Louisville office. They postponed, and that's, we wanted to give you something really good to get your pipeline ready for spring.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. This is actually an event happening in October. It's being hosted by Amy Johnson, our team leader in Louisville. This is October 28th. It's a masquerade ball to support breast cancer, but it's at the Waverly Hills. So you're gonna get to go into Waverly Hills from 7 to 11. I don't know anything about the tickets yet. We'll get you guys all that information, but it's all for charity. And everybody will dress up. You'll have dinner. They'll have drinks, and then I believe they're gonna do group tours of Waverly. So that'll be happening. How many of you guys are gonna do that?
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. So both offices are gonna go do Waverly. And she is opening this up to the entire association. Like, it's not gonna be branded as a KW event. She's doing this to really raise funds for charity. So you guys can bring people, and it'll be a great night. Anything you want to add to any of these, Ally? Ally's excited about this. Yeah.
So much good stuff.
I know. Okay, so I want to give David the credit, but also ALC. We've had some really great conversations about just, again, partnering more with our Louisville location. So one of the suggestions was to host an office meeting in each location each month, so we can get more people in here. So we're going to start that in October. So our target is the first week of each month, we'll do a meeting in Louisville. And you guys can all hike over there. It'll be a little closer when they move, but right now we're still in Caden Tower. The second week, this office is gonna host all of the Louisville agents that wanna come. And then the third week, we have our all office, have a guest speaker. And then the fourth week, we'll be back in our home offices. So we have that. And the fourth week of October, we're gonna do a chili cook-off here. So you guys will get to make your best chili, hopefully. Anybody put chocolate and cinnamon in theirs? Who puts noodles in their chili? Me too. So basically, I'm not a big chocolate cinnamon chili person, but isn't that Skyline? Does Skyline put?
I think Skyline is cinnamon.
Yeah. So this will be like the noodle or no noodle cook-off. That's what we should say. Are you noodle or no noodle? And the way that we typically do these is you just bring in your pot. They're all unmarked. We put numbers, and then we do little cups, and you can bring toppings, and we'll try all the chilies, and then we'll vote, and we'll have a prize. So it'll be a lot of fun. That'll be our last meeting of October. What do you think? You're sitting there thinking about your chili. What kind of noodles do you use in your chili, David?
Yeah.
That's me. I'll put any noodle in it.
These spaghetti.
Sprinkled.
Oh, yeah.
So like
noodles.
there you go. So there's a lot of competition around chili. First question is noodle or no noodle, and then what's the second question? Like, what do you eat on the side?
Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Me
sandwich.
too.
Fritos.
It's from elementary school, man. They put it with them. Yeah, spaghetti.
I try to convince my friend that it's like, I don't want to like that, so I'm never trying it.
You have to.
But it's weird.
So you guys will get to bring your chili and your side if you want, and we'll see. Right. We'll vote. So it's a lot of fun. So that's kind of our agenda for October.
So where will week 3 be located?
here.
Here.
That's the one we broadcast.
Okay.
So really, like, once a month, we'll trek over to Louisville, and once a month, they're gonna trek over here.
And you said the new office is like 7 minutes away, so it's not.
Yeah, and they're not in it yet. But so for October, we'll be at Caden Tower. But after that, the new office is, we're gonna do the tour on the 20th, but it's on Payne Avenue, just off of, is it Frankfurt or Franklin? Frankfurt Avenue?
Frankfurt.
Yeah, Frankfurt Avenue. It's just like right behind Frankfurt Avenue, so it's about 7 minutes away. Yeah, so that's our plan. We'll try it out and see if we can. We also have planned a happy hour in Indiana that this office is hosting in October, and a happy hour in Kentucky that office is hosting. So if you guys work both sides or you want to do that for networking, we decided to do the parlor. And it is gonna be on a Wednesday night. We tossed that around, but I guess they have bingo at the parlor at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays.
Bingo, live music, a couple other stuff that they do on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Karaoke.
80s trivia.
Yeah.
So that,
Dixon, doesn't she go every
Yeah.
Wednesday?
okay,
Yeah.
so maybe Amy catch our happy hour. this
Yeah,
week.
she did.
And last night she goes, well, Wednesday. Amy, it's not for a couple of weeks. Like, it's not tomorrow, Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Yeah. So, we're gonna open those happy hours up for everybody to go. I mean, everything is open. So when you guys get your calendar, which we're really close on, you'll see the front side will have this office, the back will have Louisville, but there are specific days at all the training, like the day that Louisville hosts the team meeting, we're also gonna do a top 20% mastermind that day in Louisville with all of the top 20%. So we're gonna really work on, and then you guys are hosting business planning clinic, which is our top 20% training. So we're just, and then we shared, hopefully it's okay, we shared the big investing event, so hopefully we can get this connected and, yeah, just do a better job. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like it.
We got good stuff
Yeah, this is great.
on the radar, yeah. So, in the meeting, this is your opportunity to just, if you have an inventory or things you guys want to share, well, this is like share your inventory. What you got, what you need.
Still got that great 1-bedroom condo in the harbor, so we're looking Louisville on the 5th floor at the end. Just limited pool of buyers that want a 1-bedroom condo in a high rise is the problem, but it's priced well, it's priced under market value. But yeah, it's cool. If you got somebody moving in town and wants to live someplace for a year, they do allow rentals. So, there you go, you can buy a 1-bedroom, where'd Rob go? Guthrie, you can buy at Charles's place, a 1-bedroom rental.
Why are you're fighting on already?
You can't ever be, they have to be minimum of 30 days.
Oh, gotcha.
But you can do a minimum 30-day lease. You can do a 30-day lease and let the buyer cancel the contract at any time. There's always workarounds. But yeah, it's a great place. 244.
We have 2 going live on Monday, but I do not know the price points. I know the addresses. So we've got 405 Charlestown Memphis Road. And then we have 3933 Rainbow Drive. So those are the 2 that I know that we have that are going live on Monday. So
I want to see that Rainbow Drive because I went in that with Rob whenever, before it was free.
yeah, so it's priced like 30,000 under. It is in the floodplain, but it's priced a really good price point for New Albany it's a really nice house. And they literally have not had any flooding, of course, for 20 years, except for, the great catastrophic flood that we had this year is the only time that they've ever had issues.
What flood zone is it in? Because there's different ratings.
The last 2 months of playing.
The 20-year.
But 2 months ago, no, we don't budget never done.
I mean, that really, me like for fire, my house, that's was like $200, where some houses, $800,000, depending on the likelihood of flooding, so.
Yeah.
If you can figure that out.
I mean, it will all be listed in the thing. All I do is the back end book stuff, so I don't know that off.
It's easy not to sort of like.
He did, Rob did say last week that you guys priced it to account fixed fluctuations.
So it'll go live Monday, if y'all want to see it or want any details on it, then ask the other people on my sheet that know more about it than just the others, which is all I know.
Anybody else have anything?
Of the Jason Makers event,
Yeah, that's in November, the 11th.
all right, signed up.
Yeah. Gotta get that on the November calendar. So is that in Dayton or North Columbus?
It's west of Columbus, it's between Dayton and Columbus, but it's more Columbus. 9 to like noon or 9
Yeah.
to 1.
We'll get that on our November calendar and then you guys, if you're gonna attend, get it registered. Okay. Cool. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have some more people. Got a lot to do in the next month.
I know.
We got a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Woohoo! Thank you, Derek. Hopefully you heard us okay.